how as an artist you think it's so important to talk about all these social, political, economical, all the stigmas, all the issues, because you guys, or be it any wildlife activist or a musician, you have a lot of work and you guys are artists, you can work on a lot of things, right? But you guys becoming the voice, you guys, and this is for even the other artists who might not be doing it, but they want to, but there can be a lot of factors that they still are not doing it. So how important do you think it is for you all as an artist to become the voice right now? And if somebody who still is not able to do it, how do you propose them to do it? Is there a steps to do the descent, or is there a mantra you guys have it for doing it?
We feel that is extremely important, that if you have the privilege of being heard, I think it's we should always use our voice to speak up against what is happening around us, and so that it reaches a lot of people and they start talking about it, which we can only hope contributes to changing the situation. It will take time, but if people start talking about it enough, I think the situation is bound to change after a point of time. So it's extremely important, and it's extremely important to talk about things that are socially relevant among the people, which are not, unfortunately, covered by the mainstream media, right? Because they clearly have an agenda right now
of distracting people.
And the distraction is huge, and so we have to take it upon ourselves to make sure that this reaches the audience. And about people starting off, we see a lot of artists who are doing great works, and they are just making things on the trend, right? And that has got no social relevance per se. So to them, even if their opinion is different from us, they should always try to convey that actually what they feel is right. Because after a point of time, we believe that we should always make the audience see our point of view, right? And if we can even make 10 or 20 of them think about it,
or even direct them to news that are happening, because people only consume news from one side, like in this Safura Zarga case. People don't most of the people who are who have commented under my artwork about her being an instigator of riots haven't read what went on in the court. Like the people couldn't prove, and they were giving stupid explanations of why she was in jail. At least if we can direct people to news such as that, even that would be really helpful. Like if people read about things that are happening, like why isn't the guy who openly called for violence on record on a video, what has police said about him? Absolutely absurd things. If people read that and and try to understand, it's really, it's not rocket science. You just have to read what have the police said, and you'll know that there's something wrong. They're saying absurd things to defend someone, and about whom there's video evidence.
And also we guess we believe that the people, they need to realize that if they don't speak about the problem that are plaguing the nation right now, it will also come knocking at their door someday, and there will probably be no one to speak up about that. And so about our mantra, we probably started making political cartoons back in 2015, but when we saw that all the everything that was happening around us had already started affecting our personal lives, right? And losing friends and having tiff with family members, distant relatives, and people who we grew up watching blocking us on social media, and so that kind of made us realize that this has already gotten into our personal lives and we can't stay silent about it. So I guess more artists should speak up.
So there's this very nice quote that I had read, like, an artist's job is to make the revolution irresistible for a common citizen. So I don't know if we are doing that, but people need to see to it that there's kindness around and there's empathy. There's too much hatred around,
Right.
and someday it would affect the people who are looking away.
No, I think I was just going to point out the same thing in between, that what happens is, and I've seen it to many artists this happening, that they talk about in their own genre of work that they're doing, and probably they are saying, okay, these are the problems also. Till then also it's fine. The moment they start talking about the reason behind the problem, people can't take it. They're like, यार इसके बारे में क्यों बोल रहा है, इस अथॉरिटी को क्यों पॉइंट आउट कर रहा है, सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम बता. Now the point is that artist is trying to even tell you the reason, right? You have to dig deeper. Even recently you would have seen that that pregnant elephant. Everybody, the entire nation was talking about that, but somebody started talking about actually the problems that generally happens to these elephant corridors and our national parks and everything. The moment that happened, people are like, nahi yaar, we have empathy that somebody killed and it happened in Kerala, so let's find them out and put our rage and anger against them. But जो बाकी actual issues हैं उनसे related, what our national parks are facing, our wildlife is facing, let's not go there, because that will involve asking question to the authorities, that will involve asking question to the corporates. A lot of things come in, and also I feel people always want to find an end goal in everything they do, कि अगर मैंने ये किया इससे क्या होगा. They do not want to just do it because let it be, like you said correctly, that it can come knocking at your door. That kind of thing doesn't come to your head. The only two questions comes in, that इससे क्या होगा, क्यों कर रहे हैं हम, इसका end goal क्या है. So just wrapping it up on that, do you guys sometimes sit back and think that इससे क्या होगा, where will it lead you guys, or is there you always put end goal to it then do it, or you just we have to talk about it first, then we'll see the end goal?
Like it's more like putting our helplessness out there to feel a little less helpless. I think
and giving it a treatment which will make it look funny, but at the same time will probably make people think,
and executing it in a way that people won't treat people won't treat it how they treat a piece of political news, like अरे ये तो politics है, क्या देखना है. Like it would have their interest at the first place, and then when they look through it, there would be something to think about.
And like I got this really interesting comment by a guy who said that I am a staunch supporter of this government, but the Denied Man video, but this video is hilarious. It made me laugh out loud on something like that. So I hope that makes him think one day as well, besides making him laugh out loud. The end goal actually, to me, and I feel the same about him, is simple. It's to have a better world, to dream of a better world someday, where people are kind to each other, where people accept their differences, right, and accept that people are different and not go on about killing each other off. So if there is an end goal, that is it.
And people start feeling for others, like
The marginalized,
the people who have been oppressed like for centuries, and they just show some empathy to them, and that would be start of something. I mean, something hopeful and better, we feel.
Right. Thank you so much. I think this conversation can go on and on because, as you said, this is a process. This is just the beginning, right? As you said, these things are just the beginning of a better world, a better community, society, however, whatever boundaries people follow in that order. But this is something which is the beginning, and I am sure I can talk to you guys for all day. So we'll spare others for that. We'll do that offline and keep talking. But thank you so much, both of you, for joining us today at Forward Leaps and talking about your ideas, your work, sharing the thoughts, and most importantly, I would say thank you so much for doing what you do, because that's been very inspiring. Those ideas, those radical thoughts that you share out there, I definitely feel that people are now consuming it in a positive direction as well. People are, if not even being positive, at least, as you said, you've shown them the other side also, that this side is also over there, which is very important. You can deny with it, you can just discard it, but at least you know it, which is very important. So thank you so much again, both of you. We'll try and get you guys later also on, because I think you are the most trending and the cutest twins in the art genre right now. So that's there. So yes, thank you so much again, and lovely speaking with you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Same here, Rohit. You too.
And coming also on, we have a hostage situation here. I repeat, we have a hostage situation here. And we have something else on the radar as well, and it's approaching fast.